Let's have a look when we place an aligner on a single tooth, like this one, and the aligner will be pushing against the tooth from the lingual. So we have a push force. What does happen when we look at the 3D axis of force application? So now we have this force and we say, well, I also want to introduce a bit of vertical control with the aligner. So I'm going to push on the aligner and I'll add a vertical aspect. So what you will have is a resultant. This force will come here and this force will come here at a 0, 0, 0, which means that you will have a resultant force roughly in this direction. Again, in 3D, it's much nicer to see. So this is roughly the amplitude. You may argue that it could be a little bit larger. So let's make it this way. So it's a bit larger. So that's the translation aspect of the force system. Because this force and this force are away from the center of resistance, you also will introduce a moment, which will be rotating the tooth, slightly turning it sideways because it's not exactly in the 3 planes of space. And this is the force system you'll get from force F horizontal, force F semi-vertical, force resultant, and moment at the center of resistance. All this comes from the introduction of the aligner. So that's basically what happens. And if this is the movement you want, you have the perfect force system. You'll be able to vary the force here and the force there and get a different force application and also a different moment. And this is roughly the movement we will attain from this force system. Again, we'll need to get better calculations, but that gives you an idea of what's going on.